all-new memory foam slippers for free. Made of a soft and luxurious velour top with durable anti-slip soles, the form-fitting
just inside the line. Soler coming around third. Gary Jones, the third base coach, will send him, and no relay throw. It's 1-0 Cubs. Chris Bryant with his 94th run driven in.
You see his off speed just kind of spins up there. Bryant rips it into the corner. We talk about the Cubs coming out right out of the gate, being aggressive, establishing the tone. And that's what they're doing right now. You see Soler, he's hustling all around. There's never any question. He's going all the way. Offensively, defensively, the way Travis Wood just went right through the lineup. Right now, it's got all Cubs written all over it.
They have been very good in this ballpark as of late. Winners of 18 of their last 22. Anthony Rizzo rolls one to Colton Wong for out number 2 as Bryant will move to third. And it'll bring up the man of the day yesterday, Starlin Castro.
He really swung the bat well. Hit those moonshot home runs. Been playing great defense. I mean, he really asked it to protect Anthony Rizzo. I mean, Rizzo's an MVP candidate. You got Castro. I mean, that's a big burden for a guy that a couple weeks ago, you didn't know if he was going to be coming or going.
With his 9th and 10th home runs of the year. And he has some walk-up music that gets the Cubs dugout and bullpen into it. Waka will stay from the stretch, and that misses for ball 1. Rizzo and Castro both very good numbers against Waka, each with 2 home runs. And 2-0.
See, Waka wanted that pitch, and that's where he's effective on the outer part of the plate. Most pitchers are away from the hitter. But home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman not giving him that pitch early on.
That is a strike on the curve.
You see, this is the 1-0 pitch. It's a great pitcher's pitch. Does not get the call. Then comes back with a 2-0 curveball. Outer part of the plate.
Fastball close, did not get that call.
I can bet you right now that Yadier Molina catching is having a discussion with Bruce Dreckman behind the plate.
Ground ball that'll get in the left for a base hit. Bryant will score. Castro stays hot, and it's 2-0 Cubs. They forced Waka and the 3-1 to throw him something he could handle.
Well, Castro gets into a hitter's count, and this ball just bears in. Molina wanted it outside. Waka missed his spot. Castro makes him pay. The Cubs couldn't have scripted the beginning of this game any better.
Here's Javier Baez, just 22 years old. And a September call-up. And he's been really good. Had a very tough first go-around last year. Just a ton of strikeouts. Spending the year at AAA this season. Cut down on the strikeouts. He's closed his stance a little bit. And another hitter's count. Michael Waka has only thrown 2 first pitch strikes the first 6 hitters.
Not the way you want to start. 2-0 with Castro. He went with the curveball. Just don't want to throw this guy a fastball. Oof. Good location.
Well, Mike Matheny would like some length out of Waka after Lance Lynn had a short one yesterday. He could not get out of the 4th inning. And as he was leaving, he gave the home plate umpire yesterday, Dan Bellino, a piece of his mind for some pitches he thought were strikes. It's interesting, Eric. You know, we tend to view the baseball season based on the last week or 10 days. And it has not gone all that well for the Cardinals. They had lost 8 of 10. Followed that up by winning 4 in a row. They lost yesterday. Cubs are surging. Pirates are hanging around. But if you ask any manager what team would you rather have right now, you'd want to have the team with the best record, and that is the Cardinals. Swing and a miss for strike 3 to get Waka out of the inning. But the Cubs get a couple against the All-Star, and it's 2-0 Chicago after an inning.
Coming, the most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6s at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Pay nothing up front when you get the new iPhone 6s at T-Mobile. Pre-order now at 1-800-T-Mobile.
Joseph A. Bank presents the entire stock sale. 50 to 70% off entire stock of lamb's wool, merino wool, and cotton sweaters. Plus, traveler washable woolen dress pants. Through Monday. Joseph A. Bank, the new tradition since 1905.
It starts. If you make one mistake out there, you're going to die.
I think we should wait.
No!
The man is obviously crazy. Are we just here to watch him die?
Walk. Rated PG. Experience it in IMAX 3D September 30th. Tickets on sale now.
Today's telecast is sponsored by the Lincoln Motor Company and the entirely new Lincoln MKX. Non-stop action, heart-pounding excitement, historic performances. Don't miss the 2015 postseason beginning October 6th. Go to MLB.com/postseason for a full schedule. Travis Wood with a 2-0 lead. Doubtful he will be able to get through the requisite 5 innings to qualify for a win as a starter as he faces Johnny Peralta. Foul tip for a strike. So just to follow up on my note going to break, Eric, too much is probably made of momentum going into the postseason. You'd rather be playing well than poorly, but would you have concerns if you're Mike Matheny?
Well, I think you've got to have some concerns just with the health of the roster.
Peralta into the left field corner, and that should be extra bases. And that's a good sign for a guy hitting under 200 here in September.
But that's what I was going to talk about. You've got the health of the roster. You've got guys like Johnny Peralta, who since the All-Star break has basically been non-existent offensively. You know, this is a team that, you know, on paper, historically, they've done well. They've got a lot of contributions from guys that they didn't think they would need this year, whether it was Grichuk or Piscotty or guys of that nature. But they need their horses back. Matt Adams, Matt Holliday. This man at the plate right now. He needs a swing.
He has been scuffling and out of the lineup each of the last 2 days. Only the second time this year he has missed consecutive starts. Wednesday night in Milwaukee, Yadier Molina struck out 4 times for the first time in his career. And he cuts and misses. His manager says he's just gassed. He's beaten up. He leads the majors in innings caught, so he's trying to keep him fresh for October.
Well, he's gassed, and remember this year, he's come in. He's slimmer than he's been in the past. Not hitting for the power that he has. Mike Matheny. I mean, he's done a wonderful job this year, considering all the injuries he's had to deal with.
Popped up on the infield. Anthony Rizzo will make the catch. Ken, it's been a trying year for a team that on the outside looking in, you'd say it's gone peachy, but it hasn't.
Right, Len, and they're in a tricky position right now. I spoke to General Manager John Mozeliak yesterday, and he said it's a delicate, complicated thing that they're going through. They've got Matt Adams. He essentially is doing a minor league rehab assignment in the major leagues. They've got Holliday, Matt Holliday, of course, in the same kind of boat. He'll start playing more regularly, they hope, early to mid next week. And then there's Randall Grichuk. He's got an elbow problem. Unlike the others, he can run fine, he can hit, but he has to maintain his proper care with the elbow, so he can't throw at 100% just yet. When he can get to 100 feet throwing, then he can play. So they're mixing in all of these new players or returning players at a time when it's pretty important.
Stephen Piscotty sends one high in the air. Left field corner. DeNorfia is over there, and that ball is just out of play. Very little foul territory when you get right down into the corners here at Wrigley Field.
Really? Not a lot of foul territory?
No,
I remember that from years past.
Yeah, you got to be committed if you're an outfielder.
That's why you'll see a lot of guys slide. He slows down the momentum. They go feet first. Again, these walls not very forgiving, even with the padding.
Excellent numbers by Piscotty filling in. And while Joe Maddon will have good problems to figure out his roster, same goes for Mike Matheny. But in his case, as Ken mentioned, it's more about the injured guys, and will Matt Holliday be able to start every day? Matt Adams. We saw Adam Wainwright out for the year. Maybe put that in parentheses. Will he be possibly available at some point? Kind of a swinging bunt. Wood will not make a throw. Perfectly placed, even though Piscotty swung hard. That's an infield hit. And they have him at the corners with only 1 out.
That's a good job by Travis Wood. We see some of the athleticism of jumping off the mound, getting over there, but even making a better decision by not trying to throw out Piscotty at first. He's there. He gets himself in a good position. But wise to hold the ball.
So now it's the second baseman, Colton Wong, who made his major league debut in this ballpark back in August of 2013. Late swing, and he rolls it foul past third. You were pumped getting to the ballpark today. You were excited about this one.
I can honestly say this is about as excited as I've been to come to a baseball game since I put on a uniform. Just with what it means. You've got Cubs Cardinals, as good and as historic a rivalry as there is in baseball, and with everything that went on yesterday. The rivalry, it's different than the Giants, Dodgers, and Red Sox, Yankees in that there isn't a lot of animosity. It's a friendly, fun rivalry. But make no bones about it, that each team wants to beat the other.
1-1 is low and outside. Joe Maddon said he's just going to keep an eye on Travis Wood. And if he's cruising along, he could possibly get up to 60 pitches. The entire bullpen is on alert. A fly ball out into the left. Peralta ready to tag. DeNorfia makes the catch. Here comes the play at the plate. And the ball gets away. Peralta's in safely. Looked like if David Ross had held on, he might have had him. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Colton Wong.
As you mentioned, the ball beats Peralta. A little offline. David Ross has to go backhand it, and that's difficult to do with those big gloves. Doesn't field it cleanly. Catcher's gloves are very bulky. Has to backhand it, then get the tag over. Doesn't field it cleanly. I don't think he ever really had it in his glove.
So 2 outs. Piscotty was able to advance to second on that throw.
You see, you watch this. See, he never really has that ball clean. And then just a little touch is going to knock that ball loose. And again, very difficult with those big, bulky gloves.
They will now intentionally walk Reynolds with the pitcher Waka on deck. There's ball 3.
Well, obviously the right move here. But what it does is it turns over the lineup. So now if they are able to retire Michael Wacha, Matt Carpenter leads off the 3rd inning. Again, two balls this inning. The Cardinals have to feel fortunate. Piscotty, and then of course this play, the sacrifice fly. But DeNorfie does a nice job, but it is offline a bit. It forces David Ross to have to backhand, and as you see right there, it's a great shot. Never has the ball clean in the glove.
And it did look like Peralta had his left hand down on the dish just before the ball touched him. And the point ended up being moot as it trickled away. 1 strike on a foul by Wacha. Cubs got 2 off Wacha in the first. With the Cardinals answering back here in the second. Travis Wood from Bryant, Arkansas, 5'11", 175. 28 years old, former Cincinnati Red. He was an all-star 2 years ago with the Cubs. And actually started the season in the rotation, but he's been a lot better out of the bullpen.
See 7 pitches in the first inning, 20 so far in this second.
Two and two. Cardinals have already clinched the season series that will end tomorrow. They've won 10 of the first 17. That'll get back out of play. Pirates lost last night. They had to face Zach Greinke in Los Angeles, so the Cubs are just 1 game behind Pittsburgh for home field advantage in the wild card game.
Doesn't get any easier for Pittsburgh tonight. They go against Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers.
Called strike 3, and that will end the inning. But the Cardinals get on the board on a close play at the plate. Johnny Peralta tagging, and the ball gets away from David Ross. It's now 2-1 Cubs in the second.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Experts choose Goodyear. And if they use our tires, what's stopping you? Goodyear, more driven.
Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Works for me.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing?
Ford. I would say the Ram.
Okay, let's move to the second door. Best V8 horsepower.
The Ram.
I say Ford on the V8.
Chevy.
What about this year's Motor Trend Truck of the Year?
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
The Ford?
There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Let's see how you did. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
No way.
Chevy.
Wow.
That's a clean sweep.
They have no fear of outfield walls. They'll get to home plate, even if it's head first. For all their sweat and grit, Arm & Hammer and OxyClean proudly help baseball players everywhere look their best. Official detergent and stain fighter of Major League Baseball.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Today's telecast is sponsored by T-Mobile. Switch to the Data Strong network. Have a favorite baseball memory? Go to hashtag MLB Memory Bank to share yours. I know you had a few in this ballpark.
Some wonderful memories. I was able to bring my boys on this trip. We walked around, and again, Cubs personnel ever so gracious as always.
We also got a look at the cramped visitors clubhouse. Old school. As Chris Denorfia takes ball one from Michael Wacha, who gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in his first inning of work. Off the inside corner, and he's behind again. A rare start for Denorfia as he's playing left. He's in his 10th major league season. And the 2-1 is in there. It's even 2-2. th start of this season for Michael Wacha. Tied for 4th in the NL in wins. Mark Reynolds to the bag.
A nice play by Reynolds. Ball hit sharply, stays in front of it. Again, you mentioned this Cardinal defense, as good as there is in baseball.
Yeah, they've been pretty good at the run prevention bit, leading the majors in earned run average. Under 3, which is very rare. David Ross, 38-year-old catcher, takes a curve outside, ball 1. Off the outside corner. David Ross is on his 5th consecutive 2-year contract as a backup catcher. It's got to be a major league record, doesn't it?
Well, he's made a career of it. Rossi coming up with the Dodgers. Remember him hitting a home run off former Cub first baseman Mark Grace. Mark Grace pitching for the Diamondbacks. And David Ross took him deep.
That was the first homer of David's career.
I think it was the first one Gracie gave up in the big leagues too.
Probably was. Chopped foul. There is action in the Cubs bullpen. It's going to be a busy day out there. That is sinker baller Trevor Cahill. Inside, he walked him. Well, why are the Cardinals where they are? They have been very stingy in terms of their pitching, and they've been in first place since mid-April. A .290 earned run average, leading the major leagues. No team has had a sub-3 since the 1989 Los Angeles Dodgers. They've kept the ball in the ballpark, and Eric, they've made their biggest pitches with runners on base, which is always the goal. But they strand a lot of runners.
Well, you were talking about some of the numbers where runners in scoring position, they have one of the lowest batting averages against, as far as just stranding base runners, as well as anybody in the game. And again, that comes with their ability to pitch and their ability to play defense.
Having said that, their ERA in September is almost 5. And Michael Wacha will not treat Travis Wood like a pitcher at the plate. He can swing it a little bit. Wood without a home run this year, but he's hit at least one in each of his first 5 major league campaigns. That did not look like a pitcher, did it?
No. He's not getting cheated at all up there. I mean, maybe he knows he hasn't hit that home run yet this year. But again, Joe Maddon telling us what a great athlete he is. You almost got to go off speed here after that swing.
Got him on the changeup. And that was a devastating pitch.
Well, really his signature pitch, this changeup, and why Joe Maddon decided to stack so many right-handers. That pitch especially paralyzing to left-handed hitters because it runs away as well.
Jackson lined to Hayward to lead off the Cubs first. He's in there for Dexter Fowler today. This under the radar acquisition in August. There's Dexter Fowler. He and Jackson will both be free agents after this season.
Oh, what a second half Dexter Fowler has had. Doesn't get all the recognition that the Bryants and Rizzos get, but what he's done at the top of the lineup.
There's President of Baseball Operations, Theo Epstein. It's been a long process, and some who've watched this thing unfold think the Cubs are where they are a little earlier than necessarily planned.
Well, you mentioned the process, but the toughest thing is to stay disciplined enough and not let the outside noise influence your plan. And I think that's what this group has done so exceptionally well.
Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. And Carpenter will come up for the second time today to lead off the third.
Tonight at 7 on Fox.
Corn looks great again this year.
Yeah, thanks for your help.
Of course. I better be moving along.
Say, what year is that deal you're driving?
Activate thrusters.
To develop breakout genetics, breakthrough traits, and seed capable of record-breaking yields, we went to the future and brought back some corn. Ask your Syngenta seed advisor about Golden Harvest.
Neutron's been very helpful in the process because it takes a lot of different specifications to put an elevator together. When you talk to them, you know you're dealing with somebody you can trust and very knowledgeable. I'd recommend this elevator to anybody. It's very safe, well constructed. In a 3-story house, I think it's the only answer. I mean, I remember the first time we talked about doing this, she said, well, what am I going to do with an elevator? And I think today we'd both say, what would we do without an elevator?
Call New Trend at 797-4647.
For 60 years, hard-working Midwestern folks have relied on a family-owned store known for being neighborly and honest. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we call it genuine value, providing name-brand goods that help you live, work, and play in the heartland. And right now, you'll find our lowest prices of the year. Valspar Medallion interior paint starts at $25.99. Save on a Presto Pizzazz pizza maker, $31.99. And pick up this Rubbermaid storage tote, just $5.99. Genuine value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is the Ford F-150, the only pickup with a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body bolted to a high-strength steel frame. It's also a wake-up call for every full-size pickup in its class. No body rust, most towing, best payload, highest gas mileage. This is the Ford F-150, and every other truck is history.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2015 Ford F-150. The future of tough.
And let's check out today's DraftKings players to watch. Remember, it's easy to play DraftKings, and there are thousands of dollars in prizes every day. Enter promo code BALLGAME to play for free at DraftKings.com. Matt Carpenter's basically hit first or second all year, and he leads the Cardinals in homers and RBIs. And Anthony Rizzo will definitely get some MVP consideration in the National League. Ball one as Travis Wood starts this 3rd inning, but it could be a batter-to-batter proposition with Trevor Cahill ready in the Cubs bullpen. A couple of years ago, Matt Carpenter hit 55 doubles, but he's starting to hit the ball out of the ballpark this year. 23 blasts. And the strikeouts as a result have gone up.
Well, and that happens. You know, you're going to have to give something to get something. And, you know, in this day and age, if you look at it, it's really only 20 more strikeouts right now. He's almost hit 3 times the amount of home runs as he did last year.
One and 2 on Carpenter. Has never seemed particularly bothered by hitting with 2 strikes. Even though maybe not cutting down quite as much this year, as we just mentioned, on that 2-strike swing.
Well, I think with the absence of Holiday and really that big thumper in the middle, that, you know, his role's changed a bit.
Shallow left. And it's Chris Denorfia. So 1 out, and it is Tommy Pham. Talked earlier about Randall Grichuk with the elbow issue. John Jay, 2 DL stints with wrist issues. And Tommy Pham, Ken Rosenthal, pretty good story, isn't he?
Really good, Len. A true study in perseverance. Reached AA at age 22. Pretty good. But then the next 3 seasons, surgery after surgery, injuries. Really didn't get much playing time at all. Didn't play much. I asked him if he thought about quitting the game, and he said that he always felt that he had too much ability to quit. He saw players with lesser or comparable ability getting to the major leagues, and he never wanted to ask himself, what if I gave it up too soon? What if I had just stayed in the game? So here he is after almost 3,000 plate appearances in the minors and an injury to open the season. At age 27, he finally has arrived.
And he's been a big part of this thing here lately. 2 balls and a strike. You asked Mike Matheny, EK, about the challenges with all the injuries this season has presented, and he basically said if the Phams and Piscottis of the world hadn't stepped up, it would have been a lot more challenging.
Yeah, he deflected the attention away from himself, as he normally does, but he is right in that they've been able, and I say they, the organization's been able to provide guys that have filled in roles, and they've they haven't missed Matt Adams and Matt Holliday as they might have.
3-2 pitch on the outside corner. Strike three. Pham did not agree with Bruce Breckman.
That's a good pitch right there. I think the discussion is that ball hasn't been called, or they've gone either way, haven't been consistent. That's a good pitch, though. That is a strike. Tommy Pham not thrilled with it.
Two outs, and it's Hayward. And ball one outside. We referenced Hayward's defense, an underrated offensive player. Good eye at the plate. Because he's a corner outfielder, some think he should hit more home runs. And he has been very good for the Cardinals this season. Steady guy with all the injuries we mentioned.
Well, he has been steady, and I think when he burst upon the scene, the 27 home runs, the RBIs, people just thought that it was going to get better and better, and it hasn't. But a very good player with what people think is a much higher ceiling.
Three 3-0 the count on the outside corner. And how about getting ready for free agency at age 26? It is not all that common. Bounces one foul. The Cubs face Jason Hayward, playing for his hometown Braves. And that was a long home run in his first at bat. 3-run shot off Carlos Zambrano, opening day, April 5th, 2010. Fourth Brave ever to hit a home run in his first plate appearance. Third youngest player to hit a home run in his first career at bat. At the time, now the fifth youngest, as he draws the walk. Well, here comes Joe Maddon. And what Johnny Peralta do? And Wood at 46 pitches. That'll be it. We'll be back to Chicago in a moment. 2-1 Cubs.
Human beings aren't built to function at the cruising altitude of a 747.
Everest is the most dangerous place on Earth.
Why are you climbing Everest?
I have kids. They see a regular guy can follow impossible dreams. Maybe they'll do the same.
I'm on the top of Everest, Helen. We made it.
They say the storm of the century is headed your way.
Oh, no.
Keep moving! Stop! That's the right way! Help!
Everest. See it Friday everywhere. Rated PG-13.
Everyone loves the picture I posted of you.
AT&T reminds you, it can wait.
It's not about hugging trees. It's not about being wasteful either. You just gotta find that balance. Where taking care of yourself takes care of more than just yourself.
Lease an MKZ hybrid for $299 a month, only at your Lincoln dealer.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
You see the line on Travis Wood. Trevor Cahill is on to face Johnny Peralta. Hayward at first. What's Joe Maddon thinking here with this move?
Well, Travis Wood, remember earlier in the game, gave up the double to Johnny Peralta. You got that lefty versus righty matchup. But Travis Wood has done his job. 45, 46 pitches. Get Cahill in here for the matchup.
Pitcher spot made the last out for the Cubs, so Maddon doesn't have to worry about Cahill facing one batter and then being lifted for a pinch hitter. So he decided to make the move here in the third. 2-0. Fifth appearance as a Cub. 15 appearances, 3 starts. Struggled earlier this year with Atlanta. Former All-Star. It's through his legs, but it'll take Castro right to second base, and that'll end the inning. Cardinals strand 1. They trail 2-1.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed, except it responds to the pressure of your finger. So you can peek into stuff. And pop stuff open, which changes how you play a song. Read a text. Read an email. Read the news. Wait, you read the news?
Yep.
Of course you do. Now you can change apps like this, pay at more places like this, and the new color looks like this. It's rose gold. It's awesome. And Siri is more helpful than ever.
Hey Siri, show me photos of tortellini.
Here are some images of tortellini.
Maybe get takeout? The camera shoots 4K video now, which changes how your movies look. Nice. Even selfies have changed. Now your screen is the flash. That's gonna get like 1 million likes.
Thanks.
Actually, photos themselves have changed. They move now. You just touch them. So yeah, that's what's changed.
Every insurance policy has a number, but not every insurance company understands the life behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Michael Waka back to work. Seemed to settle in the second inning, and a curveball for a strike on Jorge Soler. He walked and scored in the first inning. Just off the disabled list a couple of days ago, had a strained oblique. And he pops one foul and to the seats down that right field line.
Oh, Waka working ahead here. Not something that he's been able to do, but has found out that he's starting to get his changeup under wraps. Starting to feel a little better early on, just behind in the count. This is where you stay outside, you throw a breaking ball. They're just not getting that pitch. Not getting that. Cubs hitters are smart. They're laying off of it.
Tap foul. Soler at times this year has been susceptible to that breaking ball off the plate, particularly with 2 strikes. Not uncommon for a young hitter. Still 1-2.
Not typical when you get up to the big leagues. They're going to test you with the fastballs in, the breaking ball away until you show that you can handle that. And then that's when the cat and mouse game begins. Adjustments.
Swing and a miss. He got him on the changeup. We had a chance to chat with Cardinal manager Mike Matheny. Couple of weeks left. If they come back and win today, they clinch a postseason berth. Will they celebrate?
Well, I think anytime any team has an opportunity to celebrate, even one game past the regular season, you got to take advantage of that. There's guys on this team that have never been able to do that. There's guys on this team that may never have a chance again. So we got to get there. Hopefully, still do it today. But something we just don't take lightly.
Early impressions of your pitcher, Michael Wacha.
Yeah, good. Now he's got his changeup working. It's a whole different game. Early on, had a little bit of trouble getting that pitch working and worked behind in the count. He's been very good this season about controlling the counts with his fastball, which is key to all of our pitchers. But he looks much better now.
Mike, thanks for the time.
All right, guys, thanks.
A prescient Mike Matheny. We talked to him before Wacha struck out Soler on the changeup. 3-0 on Bryant. Well, he made a great point about the fleeting nature of playoff baseball, especially when you're a young player and you get to a postseason. You just assume it's going to happen every year. That is not always the case.
Well, very easy to take things for granted. Again, the expectations, the achievements you have individually or as a team, you just say, oh, well, that's the way it's supposed to be. Savor them.
And ball 4. And Bryant is on. Speaking of the postseason, a couple of New York teams trying to get there. Let's send it to Ryan Field in the Fox Los Angeles studios for a game break.
All right, Len, thanks. The Mets had won Noah Syndergaard's last 7 home starts. Not off to a good start in this one. Carlos Beltran, get out of here. 3-run shot, number 389 on his career, tying him with the great Johnny Bench. Yankees up 3-0 in the 4th, guys. Back to you.
All right, Ryan, thank you. It is 2-1 Cubs in this one. Runner at first. 1 out. Anthony Rizzo hits one hard foul. The Cubs yesterday took 11 walks off Cardinal pitching. And Wacha has already walked 3 today, although seems to be finding his command a little bit better than he had in the first. Lined into right. And Bryant will stop at second.
Rizzo with that leg kick. It's going to drive that ball into the hole over there. It really just an MVP type year. Unfortunately, Bryce Harper, at least for Cubs fans and Anthony Rizzo, having a clear and away MVP type season. But Rizzo repeating what he did last year. I mean, really the centerpiece of this offense.
Very similar numbers to 2014, his big breakout season. Castro looks at a strike. 2 on, 1 out. Cardinals will try to turn 2 here. One and one.
Again, the Cubs hitters doing a great job of staying off that outside pitch, getting themselves into hitters counts, forcing Wacha to throw the ball over the plate.
One and two.
Well, you see, they're staying away from Castro, especially after what he did to him yesterday. Set up nicely now for a breaking ball away.
bounced foul. So yesterday, go-ahead homer on Seth Maness. It was a 2-run blast and a 3-run shot off Steve Cishek. He was very heartened by the curtain call he got. So the first time ever here at Wrigley Field. And then an RBI single to start this ball game. Former everyday shortstop. Playing second base now. And Joe Maddon can't take him out of the lineup these days.
Well, he's done a decent job defensively, but as you mentioned, the way he's been swinging the bat, he's there to protect Anthony Rizzo. I mean, that is no small task. He's done a great job as of late.
Bryant walked. He's at second. Rizzo singled. And now 2-2 on Castro. Walker's pitch, swing, and he just got a piece of it.
You see, going with that changeup again. Still think he's set up nicely for that breaking ball away. I mean, whether it's a swing and miss or hitting the ball on the ground. Molina continuing to want to go in.
Another foul as Castro spoils it. Ken, it would have been very easy for Starlin Castro to pout and not be a part of this thing, but the opposite happened.
Exactly, Len. And keep in mind, he's a 3-time All-Star who lost his starting job. And yet there hasn't been a peep out of him in a negative way. Since August 1st, he's hitting .343 with a .929 OPS. He's adjusted well defensively. He told me earlier this season, this is the team I've been waiting for my whole career. He was part of all of their losing teams. Just wants to be part of a winner now.
Walker with a big strikeout. It's his 5th of the day, 2 down.
I think you hit it right on the head when he's talking about wanting to be a part of what the future holds for this organization. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of this? Looks like a postseason right around the corner. As good a chance to get to a World Series, win a World Series as this organization has had. The renovations. It's a great time to be a Cub.
Baez wearing the Jason Hayward helmet extension. He had some recent dental work, so protecting that jaw area. Did you ever wear sunglasses at the plate?
I didn't. I could never. I didn't like the way the frames felt with the helmet on. You know, the first guy to do that, Tony Gwynn, and he wore those things religiously in day games. Worked all right for him too.
It did.
The greatest hitters to ever play the game.
Walker trying to put him away. Just off the outside corner, 97 miles an hour. It's funny how we just take for granted 97 from a starting pitcher. It's a lot more common these days than it used to be. The kick, the 1-2, and it's low.
Well, you talk about just taking granted the 97. I remember growing up 90 miles an hour. The big wow, oh my goodness. You know, and there's no doubt that the physicality of the game has changed. Stronger, faster. You know, maybe the game isn't played as well fundamentally, but I don't think you can argue the physicalness of the game.
Swing and a miss. So Waka getting his strikeout pitch working, 3 in the inning. It's a 1-run ball game early.
Welcome. We have 3 Chevys here.
All right.
I want you to place this award on the podium next to the vehicle that you think was ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power.
Can I look around at them? Is that...
Highest ranking in initial quality.
It's got to be this one.
This is it.
You are wrong.
Really?
Actually, it's all 3.
You tricked me.
J.D. Power ranked the Malibu, Silverado Half-Ton, and Equinox highest in initial quality in their segments.
That's impressive.
I'm very surprised.
I'm very surprised. Chevy hit 3 home runs.
You know, Viagra helps guys with erectile dysfunction get and keep an erection. Talk to your doctor about Viagra.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Explosively cherry.
New fall arrivals from the top designer brands. And right now, when you buy 2 or more items, you'll receive 50% off each. Men's Warehouse. Follow your style.
Hold on. Daddy's got to go to work.
You know we're crazy, right?
The best Fast and Furious by far. Hits home with the extended edition. Furious 7 Extended Edition. Own it on Blu-ray now.
Head & Shoulders with Old Spice. America's #1 male dandruff brand. Keeping you 100% flake-free. Guaranteed. While smelling 100% handsome. Take a whiff. Head & Shoulders with Old Spice.
Today's telecast is sponsored by Chevrolet, find new roads, and by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff. We are in the city of Big Shoulders, Chicago. Cardinals Cubs. On a beautiful Saturday. We'll have a crisp afternoon with the sun shining. Kind of feels a little bit like October, doesn't it?
It really does. Atmosphere as well.
Molina slams his bat down after bouncing to Baez for an out. We talked to Joe Maddon, Cubs manager, about this, quote, bullpen day.
Well, it almost went perfectly there. If Woody had gone Hayward, I was going to go to Cahill to start the next inning anyway. But so Trevor had to pick up one out there in the third. Just start counting outs and number of pitches and that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit challenging. When you have Travis Wood and Trevor Cahill, it makes it a little bit easier.
A little bit about why you went with a predominantly right-handed hitting lineup today against Walker.
Well, he's really a heavy reverse split guy who does great work against left-handed hitters. You know, we've had a lot of opportunities today. He's already got almost 70 pitches after 3 innings, and I kind of like that.
Joe, real quick.
Yeah.
You keep talking about the division. You've been in third place much of the year, but you have talked about trying to win this division day after day after day.
Oh, yeah, no, listen, it's not just about going to the playoffs. If you set your sights there, the threat is that you're going to miss it. If you consistently and constantly bring out the same message, we're trying to win this thing, you have a much better chance getting to the playoffs. So I want our guys to continually think that way, and there's still an opportunity to do it.
Joe, thanks for the time.
My pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
Ball 4 as Piscotty is on via the walk. So Cubs are 6 games behind the Cardinals with 15 to go, including this one. And doing the math, if they have any shot at first, they're going to have to sweep this weekend.
You know, again, their schedule is much more difficult than what St. Louis has in front of them. Realistically, do they pass Pittsburgh? Yes, I think that happens.
Wong lines one foul to left, out of play.
While we were talking to Joe, Molina grounded out, obviously. Piscotty walked, and they were on outside pitches. And there were 2 or 3 of those that could have been strikes. Again, tough for the pitchers today, not getting that left side, or I should say the right side of home plate. Bruce Dreckman been very firm, not giving it to anybody. You see Joe there.
2. Bounced foul behind the plate. Wong just 24 years old. First round pick, 2011. And swung at one in the dirt for strike 3.
We're talking about the strike zone. Look at these 2 pitches to Piscotty. This is the 2-0 pitch on the outer part of the plate. Doesn't get it. And then this is the 3-0 pitch. Those are good pitchers' pitches right there. Now, if I'm hitting, I'm happy those aren't strikes, but making the guys work out on that mound today.
Mark Reynolds. It's for power. He walks and he strikes out a lot. 1,513 career strikeouts, 56th on the all-time list, and has the single season record 223 back in 2009. All-time strikeout king Reggie Jackson, 2597.
You got to be pretty good to get that, though. Yep. They keep running you out there. The Hall of Famer.
Well, how about the top 5? Jackson, Tomey, Dunn, Sosa, A-Rod.
Some pretty good hitters, though. Yeah.
Mike Schmidt's in the top 10. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
You want to look at some numbers now that we appreciate OPS and so. You go look at Mike Schmidt's numbers. I mean, that guy should have been an MVP every year.
Ground ball to short. That's Baez. And that's the inning. Cahill strands 1. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1 in the 4th.
This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy baseball destination, is giving away over $300 million this baseball season. And the games are one day, so you can play for your share every single day. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Step up to the plate at DraftKings.com. Play with promo code SAVE and get free entry in our daily contests. Get to DraftKings.com.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
This is Adam Jones, center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. When he's not playing baseball, he's watching baseball. When he's not watching baseball,
watch him run.
He's reading about baseball.
I'm going to nasty.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball.
I don't know how I would pitch that.
And when he's not listening to baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
Well, you look at baseball's best rivalries, not a lot of experience playing each other in the postseason. 1951, the shot heard around the world. Bobby Thompson of the Giants over the Dodgers. Aaron Boone, 03, sent the Yanks to the World Series over the Red Sox, who got their revenge the following postseason. And we could very well see the Cardinals and Cubs matchup in the playoffs for the first time ever this year. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I'd really like to see a series. I mean, I think right now with all the potential postseason teams, the series I would most like to see as a fan, Cubs Cardinals.
And if that happens, I'm sure yesterday's festivities will be brought up again. Nothing untoward has occurred to this point since the first pitch was thrown. It's a high strike from Waka to DeNorfia, 2-2. This goes back to the year after the Cubs were last in the World Series, 1945. It kind of leads into the conversation, after the game about the Cardinal Way and all that stuff. And Mike Matheny kind of winced when it was brought up. He said it's not something we throw in anybody's face. My comment is it comes from a place of success. The reason people talk about the Cardinal Way is because they've been really good. As DeNorfia bounces out to Wong.
Well, and when you're not part of it and you're the outside looking in, it does seem to emanate an aura of arrogance. And I know coming up with the Dodger organization, there was always this Dodger way. Again, it's not something that while you're in the organization, you're running around with a shirt that says, I play the Cardinal Way, right? And so people take offense to it. And as Mike Matheny explained, it's just, look, you go out and play the game the right way.
David Ross lines one right to Johnny Peralta. Well, we go back the last decade and a half. Hall of Fame manager Tony La Russa. And they've just continued what he started with Mike Matheny. This will be the fourth straight year since he took over that will have been in the postseason. And they continue to win after Albert Pujols left.
Well, that's the thing. The faces have changed. There are different people putting on that uniform, but you have to acknowledge that the success continues. And so there is something to be said about the history, the tradition, what is being taught. But also, a little bit of luck, too. You got to have that whenever you have good fortune.
2-1 to Cahill is fouled out of play. Kenny, what do you have?
Well, when you talk about the Cardinal Way, quote unquote, let's keep in mind what it refers to more than anything is a pattern of instruction starting in the minor leagues. And when you ask why do all these players come up so prepared to play, that's the reason. That's the Cardinal Way. And I get what Eric's saying. There's a sense of entitlement that other teams sometimes perceive, but it really goes back to what you said, Len, winning.
Well, there's a Cardinal sin right there as Waka just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, not always bad, though. You don't purposely do that, but then you get the leadoff hitter out of the way. You get the pitcher standing around. If you're trying to look at the positives of walking a pitcher. The thing is, though, you look at 83 pitches so far through 3 2/3 innings.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was a pretty good try, but a reach. It only took them one extra pitch, however, to get out of the inning. So through 4 from Chicago, Cubs 2, Cardinals 1.
Here at the TD Ameritrade Trader Group, they work all the time. What's up, JJ? Working hard?
Working 24/7 on Mobile Trader, rated #1 trading app in the App Store. It lets you trade stocks, options, futures, even advanced orders. And it offers more charts than a lot of the other competitors do in desktop.
You work so late. I guess you don't get to see your family very much.
I see them all the time. Did you finish your derivative pricing model, honey?
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade, you got this. Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Works for me.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing?
Ford. I would say the Ram.
Okay, let's move to the second door. Best V8 horsepower.
The Ram. I say Ford on the V8.
Chevy.
What about this year's Motor Trend Truck of the Year?
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
The Ford?
There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Let's see how you did. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
No way.
Chevy.
Wow.
That's a clean sweep.
If we're gonna beat Blackbeard, we're gonna do it together. So what's it gonna be? Tick. Tock.
Looks like the old gang's back together.
We've been waiting for you, Peter, to save us.
Why is it always him?
Our feathers are quite lovely.
Shut up and run!
And rated PG. In theaters October 9th.
It's coming. The most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Pay nothing up front when you get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile. Pre-order now at 1-800-T-Mobile.
Head & Shoulders with Old Spice. America's #1 male dandruff brand. Keeping you 100% flake-free. Guaranteed. While smelling 100% handsome. Take a whiff. Head & Shoulders with Old Spice.
Today, our full day of college football action, sponsored by Geico, continues on FS1 as UTSA takes on 25th ranked Oklahoma State. And it's a clash between Cal and Texas on Fox. And in the nightcap, an early season heavyweight showdown, 19th ranked BYU squares off against 10th ranked UCLA back on FS1. Starts at 3:30 Eastern on your home for college football, Fox and FS1. You're supposed to be impartial, so I will not ask you for a prediction on the night game tonight. Mr. Bruin.
I like UCLA. I like Josh Rosen.
Well, Waka walked Cahill. And now Cahill facing Waka. 1-2. Travis Woods started this game and went 2 2/3, gave up 1 run. Ground ball, and that is past Rizzo. So Waka says, I walked you, but I can do you one better. Leadoff single here in the 5th.
Just past the outstretched glove of Anthony Rizzo. Shoots it right down the line. It'll be interesting to see now if Rizzo holds Waka at first with the left-handed hitting Carpenter. I'd almost play behind him, give myself a little bit more range. Waka not going to run.
And for now, he'll hold him as he's ready to sprint off the bag to get in position against Carpenter. And ball 1. Carpenter, 2-time All-Star, but he did not make it this year. Tough field. Todd Frazier, Nolan Arenado, and Chris Bryant represent the National League at third.
See Rizzo going behind Walker right now. Going to give himself some more range. He'll back up.
Line shot, base hit, and the Cardinals threatening with 2 on and nobody out.
See Carpenter just driving that ball right up the middle. Outer part of the plate. We got Tommy Pham, who went down on strikes his previous 2 at-bats.
Cornerman pulled in. Does not show bunt. And David Ross wants to talk it over with his pitcher. Pham will have a chat with Jose Oquendo, the third base coach.
Pham had been swinging a hot bat. Hit some home runs the last few games. And just be disciplined enough to not go to that outside pitch. Make Cahill get something middle part of the plate in.
In the air to right. Waka looking at Oquendo as he tags, and he's going to hold. Soler's got a cannon out there in right. Good job by Waka. He picked up his third base coach, and Oquendo said, nah, you should probably stay right there.
Pham trying to go the other way. Move guys over, just not a good at bat. Waka just doing that for fun.
Now Hayward, who has grounded out and walked. Tying run is at second.
See, and this is the type of player that people had hoped he would develop into, and not to say that he still won't, but he's hitting third today. He's the middle of the lineup guy. He is the guy for this offense today. And he hasn't become that player. He's more of a guy that is a support guy, but he's been thrust into that role because of injuries. But I think early on in his career, and again, as you mentioned, only 25, 26 years old, you know, people felt like this guy is going to be somebody you can build your offense around.
1-2 on Hayward. Peralta's on deck. First two reached on singles, Waka and Carpenter. Knocked down by the veteran Ross.
Yeah, really a nice job by David Ross of keeping it in front of him and not letting the runners advance. But Cahill's gone to that pitch a couple times. He struck out Colton Wong with it. That's difficult because you see that with the spin on that hits the ground, and instead of continuing in the direction it's going, it shoots backwards because of the spin.
Topped foul. Still 2-2. Cahill ready. Swing and a miss. That's a huge punch out for Cahill. So after the first two reached, they have not moved. And they're all of a sudden 2 outs.
A good off-speed pitch right here. Just runs away, dives out of the zone. And they were unable to stay off of it.
Tommy Hunter's the righty. Zach Rosscup, the left-hander. Peralta, the all-star starter for the National League, at short. Cahill's 1-0. Now 1-1. Got off to a really good start. He hit .316 in April. But Peralta's average going in the wrong direction.
Still been playing solid defense, but as you mentioned, I mean, offensively, had a great year last year. Good start up until the All-Star break. But this is where they really missed the Matt Holliday. You're forcing Hayward and Peralta to hit 3 and 4, and they just aren't.
Second season as a Cardinal, former Indian and Tiger. And it's 2-2 on him.
Cahill has looked great. Kept the hitters off balance, making good pitches.
Fans on their feet. Well, when these two teams meet here and in St. Louis, it's a sea of red, white, and blue throughout the stands. Both teams' fans travel very well. Swing and a miss. Cahill gets out of it on a foul tip. Peralta thought that ball hit the dirt. Mike Matheny is going to head out to argue with Bruce Dreckman, but he is convinced that ball hit the dirt. So Cahill gets into a jam and out of it. Ooh, it did bounce.
TV is the best.
Nice try, Eva. Texting is better.
Nothing's better than Twitter.
Smartwatches are the future.
Your entrees.
Party.
But mine orders Domino's.
So does mine.
I can order Domino's on Twitter.
So can a text. Pizza emoji sent, Domino's ordered. Smiley face.
Use your favorite device to order 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for $5.99 each.
It's coming. The most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Pay nothing up front when you get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile. Pre-order now at 1-800-T-Mobile.
Play awesome party song. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, buddy, I heard you're having a party.
What? If I was having a party, I'd invite you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got another call.
I'm not having a party.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
You heard about Adam's party, man? That's gonna be crazy.
I knew it! Find the closest party store.
Introducing App Connect.
Here are your directions.
I'm gonna throw my own party.
The things you love on your phone. Available on 11 Volkswagen models.
You had a long, stressful day, and now you need a little help falling asleep. Time for new Unisom Sleep Minis. The little capsules work fast, so you get a good night's sleep and wake recharged. New Unisom Sleep Minis. A stressful day deserves a restful night.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Today's telecast is sponsored by Budweiser. Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Final pitch to Peralta. Looked like it hit the dirt.
Well, it did hit the dirt. I think the thing that Mike Matheny was upset about, watch Bruce Dreckman, the home plate umpire. See, he gives a signal that it's a foul ball. But he thinks that Ross caught the ball, never hit the ground. So in between the inning, they all get out there, the umpires, they conference, and none of the guys out in the field felt that it hit the ground. So again, it's a strikeout, but Mike Matheny absolutely correct right there. That ball did hit the ground. Dreckman called it a foul ball, or indicated contact.
Yeah, the foul part is key. A foul tip is treated as a swing and a miss, but it has to go directly in the mitt. And clearly that one did not. And we are brought to you by Chevrolet, the official vehicle of Major League Baseball. Fox Saturday Baseball on a sunny day in Chicago. Third to final weekend of the regular season. Soler, Bryant, and Rizzo do against Waka. That ball driven out into deep left, and it is gone. Halfway up the bleachers, Jorge Soler drills one, and it's 3-1. That That got out in a hurry.
I'm not so sure it even finished its swing before that ball hit the stands. Again, just more demonstration of the talent in this Cubs organization.
You see some of the damage the righties have done against Waka. Joe Maddon stacking the right-handers. Soler with his first start off the DL, in fact.
As you mentioned, an absolute laser. No doubt about that.
So his 8th of the year. Chris Bryant, they're going to go back to back. And almost onto Waveland. 4-1. That man kept it from reaching the street.
Well, in a matter of 5 pitches, this game has completely changed. You go back to the last inning, Peralta striking out, and then Soler, boom, Bryant, boom. This is Soler, this pitch out over the plate. Seen this 25 times this year.
As we showed you on the graphic, that ties Hall of Famer Billy Williams for the Cubs single season rookie record. Williams hit 25 in 1961. And Bryant with his 25th. He seems well on his way to a 100 RBI season. Meantime, 2-1 on Rizzo. Seth Maness up in the Cardinal bullpen. He gave up the homer to Castro yesterday and took the loss.
Well, that was one of the things that Mike Matheny had hoped he wouldn't have to do, is get into that bullpen today. Cubs doing a great job, though, of elevating Walker's pitch count.
Line the other way into left. 3 consecutive hits to start the Cubs' 5th.
You see Bryant right there. A big guy, but a compact swing.
Statcast powered by Amazon Web Services.
You see that exit velocity, 108 miles an hour, 411 feet. Now, not close to that scoreboard shot he hit the other day, but everybody excited out there in the bleachers. You have to watch Rizzo now at first. 17 stolen bases this year.
And the Cubs like to run, and that's a change from past years. They are on pace for their highest National League ranking in steals since 1990. Currently ranked 5th. And I don't think it's a coincidence, by the way. Nicely done out there, sir. made the catch on that Bryant home run. Don Zimmer was the Cubs manager in 1990. And the late baseball lifer was very tight with Joe Maddon in Tampa Bay. Joe has learned a lot about the game, especially as a manager, from Zim. He once tried a hit and run with the bases loaded.
Well, that's one thing. Joe is, he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He's got his reasons for doing things. He's got conviction. But everything is thought out. There's a reason for it. It's not just done just because.
One strike on Castro. By the way, the wind is blowing straight in from center field. It obviously did not affect the balls hit by Soler and Bryant. When you hit him that hard, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, that one Soler, that was, the wind could have been blowing in however hard it wanted to come. That thing was going right through it.
Popped up, and that wind will push it well out of play.
But if you look at the two lineups right now offensively, it's just, you know, the Cubs, there's a threat, you know, 2 through 7. I mean, it just feels like somebody can do some damage. But right now, when you look at the Cardinals, it just, you don't get that feeling.
Well, I think Holiday will be a big key, getting him back in the lineup. And he's being particularly cautious with the quad because he tried to come back and then re-injured it.
And you're absolutely right. You get him in there, you get Matt Adams.
Castro swings and misses. That is out number 1. Ken Rosenthal.
Guys, the whole key to the Cardinals, despite any talk about the offense, is starting pitching. The reason they've been so good all season is that their starters have enabled them to survive even their offensive droughts. So they've got to get Waka going. They've got to get Lance Lynn going again. They need their starters to be what their starters have been all year. If it's not going to be that way, even with Matt Holliday, they might not hit enough to be a dominant postseason team.
Couldn't agree with you more, Ken. You're right. That has been their strength from day one. And for much of the year without Adam Wainwright.
You know, and the thing about that, though, what offense does do, though, is you don't have to be so perfect. And after a while, just the mental fatigue of having to be so fine. That's what allows Toronto to be so good. And then that elevates their pitching. Why? Because they're scoring so many runs. And there is room for error to make every pitch be like, I've got to get this thing on the corner or we're going to be in trouble. It takes its toll on the staff. I don't care how good you are.
Grind today for Waka, and Rizzo just takes off for second, and he's going to be out. They alerted Waka that Rizzo was on the move. And that's the second out.
Waka does a nice job of composing himself, not getting rattled. He just steps off, calmly throws. You know, a lot of times guys may balk, may make a flinching move. Waka did not.
Did Baez just point at Alfonso Marquez? I think he did. Luis Valbuena has done that. You never see batters actually appeal on a check swing. It's usually the catcher. Two and two. Sharply hit on the ground right to Wong, who went down to a knee. And that will end the inning. Well, 2, 3, and 4. A combined 5 hits and a couple of home runs here to start the bottom of the 5th. Soler followed by Bryant, who hit his 25th, and it's now 4-1 Chicago.
From the Academy Award-winning director of Forrest Gump, Flight, and Castaway, on September 30th, experience the triumphant true story that made the entire world stop and look up. The Walk, rated PG. Experience it in IMAX 3D September 30th. Tickets on sale now.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat or exotic open pour. Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
This is so great. Date night. Just the 3 of us. I'm just saying. And this is such a good movie, too. I mean, at the end, when it's revealed the grandmother did it. Are you kidding? Would you be quiet and move your gigantic head? It's like, hello, I can't see the screen. Oh, hey, was that Jordan? Whoa, that's cool.
Now, all Hanes underwear is tagless. Go tagless.
Head & Shoulders with Old Spice, America's #1 male dandruff brand, keeping you 100% flake-free, guaranteed, while smelling 100% handsome. Take a whiff. Head & Shoulders with Old Spice.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Explosively cherry.
Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Well, we lost one of the all-time greats. Broadcaster Milo Hamilton passed away earlier this week at age 88. Yadier Molina grounds out to Javier Baez. Rizzo able to get back to the bag. Milo worked in the big leagues for over 55 years. Worked for both the Cardinals and the Cubs. And that iconic call back in 1974, number 715 for Hank Aaron. He will be missed, and we're thinking about Milo this weekend. Cubs had a moment of silence for Milo before the game yesterday. Piscotty swings away. That's deep to right. Austin Jackson will make the basket catch. Jackson just moved from center to right. Eric, I referenced this earlier. Before he got traded from Seattle, Jackson had played nothing but center field. He's played a lot of right here. Right field at Wrigley during the day is very tricky.
Yeah, he does a nice job. He got the wind out there, and then got the uneven wall. Figures out you've got the different surfaces, whether it's the ivy or in the fence.
Fowler into place center. Yeah, this is a Joe Maddon move when his team gets the lead in the middle innings. He will start making moves to improve his defense. Trevor Cahill has been tremendous. One jam he got into, he quickly got out of in the 5th. we still have a long way to go today, but this is a game that is impossible to predict, right? You've got an all-star starter for the Cardinals, Michael Wacha. The Cubs going in with a, quote, bullpen day. So you think advantage St. Louis. But you add up what Wood and Cahill have done, it has been very impressive.
It really has. And I think just the way the tone was set in that first inning. Travis Wood coming out, 7 pitches. Gets his team back in the dugout. And then Cubs come out and score.
So Wong gets hit on a 2-2 pitch. Today's telecast is sponsored by DraftKings. Free 1-week fantasy football at DraftKings.com. And by The Walk in theaters October. Matt Adams announced for Mark Reynolds. And that will prompt a visit from the Cubs pitching coach Chris Bosio. It's been an interesting year for Trevor Cahill, hasn't it, Ken?
Len, this has to be the highlight. This is a player who was released on June 19th by the Braves, went to the Dodgers, released by the Dodgers August 14th. So, released twice, pitching in a big game here today in a bullpen day. Pretty impressive so far.
So his day may be nearing its end as Clayton Richard is up in the bullpen, but he will face Adams, the pinch hitter.
Now you look at those numbers. He's kept the hitters off balance with the changeup and sinker.
Good lead by Wong at first. I think I know the answer. I'll ask it anyway. It was a hit batter, but clearly didn't hit on purpose.
Nothing there. No, that's just one that got away. You know, and it's just like yesterday, the ball that Herron threw to Matt Holliday. No intention. It got away. But the fact that it was Matt Holliday, the horse guy for the Cardinals, your best guy, and he got hit in the head. That's why there's intentional or not. You know, there's got to be some payback.
Adams just over 90 games with a right quad strain that required surgery in late May. Well, it didn't look like a big deal, but it ended up being that. Right there grabbed him.
And as a hitter, especially if you're a hitter that likes to drive the ball, legs are so important. Bottom half. Finally just starting to feel good.
He rolls one to Bryant, playing well off the line. And actually throws to the shortstop, covering second because of the shift. It is 4-1 Cubs over the Cardinals in the 6th.
You know, Viagra helps guys with erectile dysfunction get and keep an erection. Talk to your doctor about Viagra.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. Welcome to the show. Welcome to GMC.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Experts choose Goodyear. And if they use our tires, what's stopping you? Goodyear, more driven.
Before earning enough cash back from Bank of America to take their act to the next level. Before earning 1% cash back everywhere, every time. 2% back at the grocery store. And 3% back on gas. Vince of the Flying Branzinos got a Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card. Because he may earn his living jumping through hoops, but he'd rather not earn cash back that way. That's the spectacle of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
September brings its own energy. When every game matters like that, it will bring out the best in you. I guarantee you that.
Catch, here comes Donaldson home. Oh, what a play by Donaldson.
Come on, you know you've missed it. Gotham is back with new episodes and new villains. Strap in for the next chapter in the war between good and evil. Gotham, Rise of the Villains. Season premiere Monday at 8, 7 Central right here on Fox. Big Jonathan Broxton. And a slider for a strike on Chris Denorfia. Adams stays in the game, plays first after hitting for Reynolds. Broxton has split the year between the Brewers and the Cardinals, making a tour around the National League Central, former Red. At the time of Kansas City, and before that a long stint with the Dodgers to start his major league career.
It's a big man, throws the ball hard, not quite what he used to. He was a closer for many years with the Dodgers.
6'4", 305. So to go back to how Joe Maddon likes to tinker, especially in September, if he's trailing 4-1, Chris Denorfia does not take this at bat. It's Chris Coghlan. And Joe likes Denorfia's glove, so a 3-run lead. If that continues, Denorfia will likely finish the game. Shallow right. Wong is out. Hayward in, and Wong can't get it. It's a bloop single for Denorfia.
Wong made a great effort going after that thing as quick as he could. I think because of the way he was going after it, Hayward felt like he was going to let him have it the entire time. Almost as if he overran it. See the ball to his left a little bit.
Yeah, you're on it. It looked like Hayward could have caught it, but he was looking at a potential collision there and decided to avoid it. Ross shows bunt as the Cardinals pitch out.
Another good time for a hit and run right here. Cardinals thinking that he's going to bunt. And Rossi showed that as soon as he realized the pitch out was coming. Not showing anything there.
check on the runner.
I think Matheny feels the same thing. Wheels turning right there.
Michael Wacha went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. He walked 4 as well, struck out 7. There's the bunt toward first. Broxton fell down, but Adams able to tag Ross on his way through.
Z. Broxton trying to get off the mound, goes down right away.
Aerial footage today brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Beautiful shot of a sold-out Wrigley Field. Cardinals-Cubs weekend. Cardinals-Bears weekend as well. Those Cardinals are now the Arizona Cardinals. One strike on a pinch hitter, Tommy LaStella.
Been swinging the bat a little bit as of late. Joe Maddon talking about how hard he hits the ball. He's been having some success. There's another guy on the postseason roster, allows you some versatility.
Fouled out of play. Stella came over from Atlanta in a trade in the offseason. Natural second baseman, can play some third as well. I don't expect a lot of young guys to be comfortable as pinch hitters, but that could be LaStella's role moving forward. And that ball lined into center and a base hit. Denorfia around third. He will score, and it's 5-1.
This pitch in a little bit. LaStella fights it off, drops it into center field. Another competitive at bat.
I know players don't always buy this, but Joe has said about LaStella at times he's too good to be in the lineup. I need him off my bench. Pitch to Jackson. He went around. Alfonso Marquez made the call at first. Would you ever buy that if a manager said, EK, I'd love to start you today, but you're way too valuable.
Don't want to hear that.
Inning.
Yeah, do not want to hear that.
Line foul and out of the bullpen.
That was always a thing as a young guy. I remember as a kid that came up that was a very good pinch hitter, but you almost didn't want to have too much success as a pinch hitter because it would pigeonhole you in. It's the last thing you want to do as a young guy. Not a good career move.
Two strikes on Jackson. Short lead by LaStella. This is the start of a long and the final homestand of the year for the Cubs before they hit the road for the final week at Cincinnati and Milwaukee. Pirates will be here next weekend. That could loom large in terms of who finishes where in the wild card.
Yeah, Pirates have really an uphill battle in that they've got Kershaw today and the Dodgers out west. Then they've got to go to Colorado. And I think that series, I mean, that decimates any pitching staff. I don't care how good you are when you have to go into Colorado. You follow that, having to play some must-win games here at Wrigley.
Yeah, no team likes going to Coors Field. Even when you win, you feel like you end up paying for it in some fashion. And we'll have next Saturday's Pirates-Cubs matchup right here on Fox. Pirates still have 3 more at home against St. Louis. Fly ball the other way. Routine for Hayward. And he's got it. Yanks trying to pull away from the Mets. And Ryan Field in our Fox Los Angeles studios has a game break.
Yeah, Len, ball flying out of Wrigley and flying out of Citi Field as well. Brian McCann get out of here, adding to his already career best. Now 26 home runs. Yankees just got out of a bases-loaded jam. They lead 5-0 in the 7th. Len, back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Here's Fowler. Now, you referenced the Toronto Blue Jays earlier. By far the best offensive club in baseball. Obviously, the pitching gets a lot tougher when you get into October, but will they continue to be able to bludgeon people? That's the big question.
Well, I think with them, even without Tulowitzki, there's just no place to breathe if you're a starter. And usually when a pitcher is trying to look at a lineup that he's got to attack, you know, there are places where you don't want to get beat and other places that you're going to go after. With Toronto, there's no place to exhale. And that's why I said that offensively they make their pitching staff even better. That team is not somebody you want to run into, obviously.
2-0 on Dexter Fowler, his first plate appearance. Randy Choate, the lefty. Miguel Sokolovich, the right-hander. And going into this game, the Cubs tied with the Kansas City Royals for the third best record in baseball. The top 2 belong to the Cardinals and the Pirates. I would say you could argue the NL Central's been the best division in baseball, but I don't think there's much of an argument.
No.
Not this year. But if everything stays the way it does, only one team will get to the NLCS.
Well, and that's the thing. It's, I don't want to say it's disappointing, but it is. You play an entire season to get to the postseason. You have one of the best 3 records, and it could be one game. And you kind of left standing there if you don't win that game, saying, "Wow, what was that all for?"
There goes Fowler. Went around. That is strike 3. To end the inning, the Cubs add to their lead. It's 5-1 as we go to the 7th.
Tonight at 7 on Fox.
It's all about the Washingtons. Look what your $3 gets you, baby.
Get the taste you love for just $3 with the delicious Mushroom Swiss or our famous Fry Lovers Burger. Mix or match, 2 for $3. Checkers and Rallies.
Epic meals, epic deals.
Discover Extreme, powered by Mediacom. With incredible speeds up to 150 meg and the fastest in-home Wi-Fi.
This system was built for multi-streaming.
Now, every screen in your home is a TV screen.
And with Extreme, I can access apps like YouTube right on my TV.
Bundles start at just $29.99 each a month for 1 year. To learn more, plus how you can get free whole home TiVo DVR, call 844-4EXTREME.
This is the Ford F-150, the only pickup with a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body bolted to a high-strength steel frame. It's also a wake-up call for every full-size pickup in its class. No body rust, most towing, best payload, highest gas mileage. This is the Ford F-150, and every other truck is history.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2015 Ford F-150. The future of tough.
I got what you want, party people. No other bag does late night like I do. Who's hungry?
Got munchies? Crush your cravings with flavor-pounding wings and loaded fries. Late night at Checkers and Rallies.
It's in the bag.
The Big Bang Theory brings you the Genius Guide to Summer Fun.
I got a brand new bikini, so drinks at the pool are on these.
Relax with a cool beverage.
What are you guys doing here?
We're grown men. We drink at bars.
No and no.
And spend time in the great outdoors.
I wish Penny didn't have to work. She loves camping.
Yeah, that would have been great. You and Penny having sex in the tent while I sit out here and watch Howard hump a cactus.
The Big Bang Theory, 5 nights a week.
A full hour. Weeknights at 6 on your Fox 18.
Make a date with Mike and Molly.
Weeknights at 5 on your Fox 18.
Well, let's check out what's going on in the social world. Starlin Castro getting the curtain call, as the Cubs tweeted out yesterday. Tag your posts with hashtag #SwingData. T-Mobile will keep the conversation going. Data strong all season long. Left-hander Clayton Richard is now on in the 7th against a pinch hitter, Randall Grichuk. Bryant in front of Baez will make the play. Richard has kind of been like Wood and Cahill. He's a guy you could use as a starter or a reliever. And they've all worked today.
Yeah, nice day on Thursday against Pittsburgh. Came in and threw 3 1/3. Ate up some innings. Again, Joe Maddon's got so many options right now. It's not a situation where this roster's been expanded in September just to reward guys or congratulate him for a good year. I mean, everybody he's got, there's a purpose.